Hey everybody, and today we're joined by Mr. Catilla, the teacher of the 7th grade science class. So Mr. Catilla, can you just briefly tell us what have the 7th grade classes been doing?
Well, this first semester we've really been focusing on chemistry and scientific basics. So they learn how to use instruments, scientific measuring tools, how to conduct experiments, and then for chemistry they learned about chemical and physical changes, chemical reactions, and the periodic table.
Excellent. Can you briefly explain the chemical reactions lab for us?
The chemical reaction lab taught the students how to identify whether they have a chemical or physical change. They had to go through 8 stations in which they had to follow procedures and execute an example of either a chemical or physical change. Then they had to record observations and decide which kind of change it was.
Excellent.
Okay, so the procedure was, step 1, use the graduated cylinder to measure 50 milliliters of hydrogen peroxide and then pour it into the flask. The second step was optional, which was adding a few drops of food coloring. Third step was measuring 10 milliliters of dishwashing soap and pouring it into the flask. Once you do that, you open the packet of yeast and pour it into the flask. In this case, we doubled it, so we put half.
Because we're doing 1 hydrogen peroxide and 1 acetone because we wanted to see what the difference, because this is 100% acetone, 3% hydrogen peroxide.
Excellent. Just half. Just half.
More.
Now you're going to see it foams up. Fun fact, elephant toothpaste is called the way it is because the large thing of foam looks like toothpaste that's big enough for an elephant.
So what skills do these labs teach the students?
Well, the big thing is that they need to learn how to follow directions, but then after they are done with the experiment, they have to take their observations and put it into a formal lab write-up, and then also answer some questions in a discussion and draw conclusions on what they learned.
Very nice. So what is the most important aspect of this class in your opinion?
I believe the most important aspect would be to, 1, make sure that you are able to answer the questions that are asked, but also to go beyond just the surface level of an answer and to really kind of extrapolate the deeper meaning of what the question is asking.
Very nice. Are there any cool experiments or labs planned in the future for this class?
Well, one of the cool things that we're doing in earth science, which is the second part of next semester, is they're going to have to create their own filter and filter out ugly and disgusting water, but also they're going to have to create a working water table and a watershed when we talk about aquifers and stuff like that.
All right, thank you, Mr. Cattell.